my name is Pam Bell.
I'm Brianna Katz.
And this is a video for Pelvis Stability for Burdenko 2012-2013.
Okay, please.
So I'm going to put Pam into postural neutral. So what I would like to do is have your hips out and then pull your belly button towards your spine. Pull your shoulders back and pinch the hip, and then chin down, and then squeeze your butt cheeks. Excellent.
Okay.
So that was Dr. King's postural alignment. A bad postural alignment is what we see in athletes, is when the athlete has an anterior tilt. So it's when you have bikini butt, is when an athlete sticks their butt out and their pelvis not aligned.
So we learned Dr. King's neutral position, correct? Where pelvis is straight, glutes are tight, belly's tucked in. So really now the fitness world is starting to understand the importance of this strong pelvis position. But the pelvis also moves for good reason, all right? So under control in running, if the pelvis is straight, lift your leg. That's your stride length, right? Now tilt anteriorly slightly, lift your leg. Now it's less. So how it applies, sprinting, stride length times stride frequency is speed, makes you slower. You run a marathon, 26 miles, 185 yards, each step is less, then you end up taking more steps, okay? However, as Verkhoshansky in the book Super Training states, everyone gets stuck on that. We want the ability to move for good reason. If a weight is above your shoulder, your pelvis is straight. If the weight is below, as in the clean, so get into a clean position, you're about to do a clean, then the pelvis can tilt back. So as you make the clean move, the pelvis extends forward, you catch, now the weight's above your shoulders, now it's in a straight position. Okay? Thank you. So, Brianna just caught the clean. Okay? Let's say Pam is catching the clean and she's about to do a squat. Too much of the time, we see coaches that are taught to anteriorly tilt. Now go down with it, tilt it, all right? Then what ends up happening is the shoulders run over the hips. The pelvis is definitely not straight, right? I believe in the 76 Olympics, the Bulgarian weightlifter had that posture and people started to follow. What we're trying to do is keep the pelvis straight, keep your shoulders over your hips, and now go down in your squat. Okay? Yes. Okay. That's what we want right there. Okay? Thank you. And to go into a squat where the pelvis stays straight, but it is pushed down to the back. Tastelman describes it that way. Dr. Burdenko also describes it as keeping the shoulders over the hips. So go down, please. Yes. A little straighter right here. That's nice. And then we come up. So Andrew's pelvis didn't change. It didn't go back when he went down. It stayed in that alignment and it was pushed down. Okay? That's very, very important because in any sport that requires some defense, you see a defensive back, like this. Now he has to adjust again before he can run. Right? No different than defense in basketball and everything. They go here. They're asked to get low and they end up bending here. So when the tail is back and Andrew does a squat, right? We end up with an arch and too far forward. We want them to be nice and straight. So we can develop that, of course, here with awareness, but against the wall. So let us bring the camera over here, please. So put your feet off the wall a little bit. Stay nice and straight. Okay, now do your squat. So Andrew's going up and down, thank you, keeping the back against the wall the whole time. All right? So he gets used to it, very well done. And he can get so strong where he can do with one leg. Wow, very nicely done. Thank you. Okay.
We're going to use the Burdenko method to develop awareness, flexibility, and lower ab strength.
We're going to use one of the principles of the Burdenko method, which is simple to complicated.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about awareness. Just at the beginning, we want that back nice and flat on the ground. And it's easier to do that with the knees bent and the feet flat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, straighten your legs out, please. Okay, keep that same nice flat back. Okay? So we ask people to get down first, get into that position. Now stand up, please, stand up. And remember that position and hold it. Okay, thank you. Now turn sideways, please, just to make sure you have that same position. Okay? Thank you. Now, second way of doing this is we can go, and we're going to have Andrew do this. Andrew, go to the wall, please. We'll go just slightly behind you. So now do the same thing with your heels can be slightly off the wall. Okay? Now get that same position with a flat back, and your head can be, again, just a little bit off. That's right. Now from there you would have the student, the client, the athlete come off. Okay. So with the Burdenko method, we were simple to complicated, which means lying to sitting to standing to moving. The first one, we have side lying with a lateral raise. So you have support under the neck, not the head, which is right. Opposite hand up here is twisted towards you, add support. Now, put your pelvis, please, in the same position that you were while you were lying or against the wall. So everything is nice and straight. Okay. Now raise your leg laterally as high as you can, keeping that pelvis straight. Thank you. Okay, now just go up and down a few times. All right. Now, so Pam, raise the leg, please, and show us a bad one. Break the pelvis. The opposite way. Yes. That's bad. Now push it forward, tighten. Yes. So the same thing as Brianna said at the beginning. You pull your belly button to your spine. Keep your pelvis under your shoulders. And you can also think of either making a six-pack or tightening the glutes. Okay? Now, this exercise would be done in 3 different speeds. Slow, medium, fast, building up to 30 repetitions. Okay? Or you can do 15 on each side, something like that. Now, the second part of this is you raise the leg, then you bend the leg, flex the leg, still keeping the pelvis stability, and yes, and keeping the knee in the same line that it was. Then you would extend it out straight and bring it down. Okay? So it's up, pelvis straight, bend, extend, and down. Same principles apply, other side and changing speeds. Now we're going to do a hip flip. Very difficult to do. We'll have these, we'll do each one individually here. So Pam, give us a shot. So it goes up, it bends, you rotate, and you kick. Nicely done. Little break of the pelvis on the raise. Very, very difficult exercise. Brianna, up, bend, rotate, kick. Good one. Okay. Andrew, up, bend, rotate, kick. Very well done. Okay, so you get the same idea. It has a nice rhythm to it. On the kick, it's very tough to keep the pelvis there, and that's where the flexibility component comes in. Okay, thank you. Now, we are going to have a standing one between a few lying ones, but we would like to see now, you have this position, you've done a little bit of movement. Now, Andrew's against the wall, he's in the correct position. You're going to see if he can keep the position while he raises both hands above his head. Yes, up, up, all right. So this will give a good stress to the upper back and down. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is the arms in the, yes, I'm a prisoner position, and you raise the arms up and down. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, again, pelvis stability is controlling the pelvis while we're moving. Here we're going to do a few exercises that will strengthen, and you put it in the right place. Now we want to strengthen you and keep you in that place. So we're going to do what everyone calls a plank. We've been doing this for so long. Before I ever heard about planks, I just call it a sphinx because it looks like the sphinx. So you notice the alignment of the arms, right? Elbows under the shoulders. Arms are straight. The weight will be distributed along the forearms. Okay, so raise the bodies up. Now, we want to stay in that nice aligned position. You hold it for X amount of time. So you have a little deviation here. Let's put right leg over left. Okay, while still keeping the hips level. Level laterally and straight ahead. Thank you. Now put that right leg down. You would obviously do the left leg. Okay, let's just do the left leg quickly. Thank you. And down. Now hold that right leg off the ground 1 inch. Okay, while holding the posture, keep the posture, thank you. Left leg 1 inch. Okay, keep everything level, thank you, and down. Now take the right leg, move it out to the side as far as you can. Okay, now this is where it gets tough. We can't let we can't get the flex in the pelvis. We got to stay straight, push it down. All right, now do left leg. Thank you, very difficult to do, thank you. Now bring your right heel to your glute while keeping everything aligned. Okay, thank you. And left leg. Super. Now, ladies, you can hold on for 1 sec. Andrew, bring your, you're welcome. Bring your right knee to your elbow. Yes, but push it up a little bit if you can, off the ground. Yeah, and try to stay level if you can. It's tough to get that level, thank you. Now, try left one. Very, very difficult. Thank you. And now right knee to elbow and extend it out straight. Yes, and down. And the left knee to elbow and extend and down. Thank you. So you can see that one is the toughest one to keep the pelvis straight. So we go from the prone position. No, you can stay align the same way. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we are in the supine position. The ladies are going to do with arms straight, easier for the shoulders. Andrew's got the same position as before. So now raise the cores up, raise your bellies up. This here. Now we got to stay straight. We have all the same moves. First move, right over left. Okay, you're holding. Second move was left over right. You pick the amount of time. Keep the bellies up. Okay, thank you. Now right off the ground, 1 inch. Thank you. Left off the ground, 1 inch. All right, thank you. Now, we can have the same, a little bit of the same. How about left leg out to the side? Okay. Thank you, and back, and then right leg out to the side. Nice, keep the bellies up. Let's bring our left knee to our chest. Perfect, and down. Right knee to chest, and down. Left knee to chest and extend it up straight. Thank you. Right. Now you can do the movement or you can hold. Either way, the belly has to stay up. Now a left knee to elbow. Belly's up. Thank you, Andrew. Nice. Right knee to elbow. Thank you. Left knee to elbow and extend. And right knee to elbow and extend. Thank you very much. Okay. Now we go to the side. So we did prone, supine. Now we're on the side. So here you got two things. You know, you don't only have to have the belly forward or being nice and straight in neutral position, but you have to have the hips up. So go up. So it's up and it's forward. Ladies, a little more forward. There you go. Okay. So now you hold this position for X amount of time. The first one, which is the easiest one, is do a jumping jack with your upper arm. Okay. Very nice. Thank you. Now you can raise the upper leg off the ground a distance, a small distance or a short distance, whatever it is for now, to keep your pelvis straight. Thank you. Pam, push forward. Thank you. All right. Now you can bring the leg up and bend it. So up and bend, keeping the pelvis straight, and then extend and down. Thank you. Now you can do a jumping jack with your arm and your leg. Yes. So now we got arm extending and leg extending at the same time. So now Andrew, do the opposite. Put the arm up first. Now touch yes. Okay, so we had a coordination component at the same time as you're controlling the pelvis. Thank you. We went from very easy movements to more coordinated movements.
Now we have the plank position, but we're adding a push-up with it.
And now push up to the fingers.
We take the plank even more difficult position. Andrew's starting in the prone position. He's going to move to the side. From the side to the supine. Supine to other side. Perfect. Now if we were doing this within exercise, we can go slow, medium, fast, and he can do more rolls. But in this case, we'll just roll back. So side to supine. decide to prone. Thank you. So now Andrew is rolling, okay? And in this case, he's rolling across the floor. He's trying to stay in a straight position and initiate, roll back please, and initiate the movement from the pelvis. So he stays in one piece as he rolls, okay? Okay? And in this case, roll Andrew now okay, roll from your back to your side. Yes, back to your back, to your other side. Thank you. To the back. Now from back to the stomach. Back to the back. To the stomach on the other side. And back. Thank you.
So Andrew, when he rolled, how that applies to sports. Amazing, it actually applies to basketball. We see in the basketball, obviously, right? A lot of times when they jump, they end up jumping, and you see a shot, they do this. So they're actually losing a lot of power, right? Any type of turns, in basketball or football or anything, when you run, you turn from here. So it teaches how to turn and how to move. To make sure a basketball player is in balance, right, is they can shoot with the turn. So they have the basket here, they turn from the hips, they make their shot, right? They can turn 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 360 and make the shot. They're in control. So we start the rolling on the ground, they understand to move from the pelvis, and then we move up. I'm doing that landing and then shooting. They can actually land and shoot, they can land, catch and shoot, or they can jump up in the air and shoot while they're in the air. Either way, it gets more complicated and they learn to control the pelvis.
So now, just a simple exercise like our push-up, if everyone just do a push-up please, that keeps the pelvis straight. So how we can do from there, whether we're moving and do push-ups continually, or in this case we'll just hold position, so you're nice and straight, get into that neutral position please. Now, just raise one hand off the ground while stop trying to stay level. Thank you. Then you would do the other. Okay. Now take a foot off the ground. Nice. Then the other. Thank you. Now take opposite arm, opposite leg. Keeping nice and level. Thank you. And very difficult is same arm, same leg while trying to stay level, which is tough. Thank you. So now we've gone from the plank, prone, to push-up. Now we'll go from the plank supine to what I refer to as a vault position. Now the arms are straight, the legs are bent, and please put your pelvis in the right place. Now, that alone is a tough movement. You can hold it or you can move up and down. Either way, we want to get to that nice straight position, okay? Now, from here, if we're holding, we can do different movements. We can extend the leg out straight, so it stays in the same plane, and the knee doesn't break, which would break the surface, we'll call it, okay? Then you can do knee to chest, okay? And you can do alternating or you can do holding, all right? And keep the pelvis up. Then you can do knee to chest and extend the leg up to 90. Super, okay? And one of the tough versions is, this is more of a strength and speed together, or balance and speed together, is Andrew is holding the pelvis in the right place and he'll extend both legs as fast as he can out in front of him and catch himself. Very nice, thank you.
Now we're going to control the pelvis a little bit while we're standing, so a little more complicated. We have an exercise series we call the 3 pelvis moves, and we'll build into that. So the first one, ladies, lift your leg to 90 degrees, please, okay? While you stand nice and straight. So, when you're looking here, you want the support leg straight. This leg to 90 degrees. Foot's in alignment. Head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Okay? Very nice. So that's the first move. We just asked them to hold. Switch sides, please. Okay, up. Now from here, okay, just extend the leg out straight. What you're looking for, so there's a little bit of flexibility involved, but the hamstring is not flexible enough, you will see a little bit of a sink. Okay? Right there. Bring that in. Right. Now switch again. Now, actually going to do is run. So the leg is at 90. As you extend the leg, you run with the arm. Okay? Yes. And keep going in and out as if you're out. The leg stays at 90 the whole time. Okay? Yes. Just like that. That leg straight. And your opposite hand will move on. Okay? We're still looking for that alignment. Okay, thank you. Now, so that again gives a little bit of awareness. We work on the balance, we work on keeping it straight, and realizing when something is moving the pelvis or the rest of the body doesn't go all over the place. You're in control. So now we're going to take the first of the moves. As you extend, keep the leg at 90. As you extend it straight, both hands will go overhead. Okay? And leg stays at 90 the whole time. Okay. Well done. Okay. Thank you. Now, let's use your outside leg. Okay, so hand to your right, hand to your left. As you, so you bring the leg to 90. Now you're going to kick to the side as you put your arms to the side. Oh, yes, right. So kick side, arm side. Okay. Thank you. Now, what you're looking for here, so do that again, please. Okay. Two things. The first time Brianna did, her hips turned sideways. You want to make sure the hips stay in the right place and the leg is kicked to the side. When Pam did the first time, go out to the side, her pelvis wasn't in that neutral position. Push forward. There it is. Okay? So we're looking not to have an anterior tilt, right? And to keep the pelvis straight ahead when you kick to the side. And hands to the side. And back to 90 every time. That's the important part. Okay? And arms go straight side. Thank you. And the last one, we both go to this is where we also kick. Okay, his leg up. As you bring the leg behind you, your hands go in front of you. Yes, and you bring up. Now, this is our best, and it's very difficult to maintain a straight pelvis. Do the best you can to keep your shoulders over your hips and bring the leg back to 90 every time. Okay, thank you. Now, we put all three together. So, we've done the basic move of extending the leg. We did it with a little bit of running. Then we added three different moves. Now we take the three different moves, put them together. So you're trying to control the pelvis. You're getting a little bit of flexibility, getting the strength of bringing the leg back to 90 degrees every time. So you have awareness, strength, and flexibility. Okay, up, kick forward, hands overhead. Kick side, hands side. Kick back, back hands front. Thank you. Okay? Now, we'll take that into movement. So let's push over here. We'll face that way. So right here, we'll face that way. And you're going to go 3 steps, stop, and do all 3 moves. Okay? 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 steps, switch sides. 1, 2, 3. Now backwards. 3, up. 1, 2, sorry, 3 steps. And again, 1, 2, and 3. Thank you. So right there, it was more complicated, so we add movement to it, makes it tougher for the balance. We can also add speed changes so they go slow. They were going slowly, they could go medium speed, and they could go faster speed in both directions. Thank you. Nicely done. So next exercise is called the big step sequence. This exercise looks very basic, looks like nothing. However, it turns out to be one of the most important exercises you can do with pelvis stability related to sport. You start off, you have weight on one leg, the left leg first. Feet are straight ahead, hip width apart, pelvis is in the right place. Okay? Weight is always on the front foot when you're moving in sport. So, opposite hand, opposite leg, I move forward from the pelvis bang, I catch myself. Still in the same alignment, the weight is here. If I go backwards, it pushes from here, bang. So I move forward, and I move backwards. Simple enough, and then I would change legs. Forward and backwards. To make it a little more complicated, I'm going to switch sides. Weight is here. Catch myself. Forward, backwards, to the side. Forward, backwards, to the side. Then, actually, should be simple as that way, but it's a little more difficult to go backwards. So, backwards, forward, side. Backwards, catch. Forward, catch. Side. I move side, I catch there. Okay? So backwards, forward, side. And then, more complicated, you change speeds. Backwards, forward, side. And the whole idea is not to see this. So how this applies? If I am a football player, a linebacker, I think it's a pass. I run backwards, it's a draw. When I hit, I go into exactly that position. This is my brace leg, this is my catch leg. So that I can come forward quickly for the draw. If I hit and I stand back here, I'm going to be slower. If I take off to come forward like this, then I'm going to be slower. Again, we talked about the pelvis position. As soon as it bends, I have less of a strike length, it makes me slower. Then if it's a draw, or if I think it's a draw, and I come in and I plant, but it's a pass, that's my plant leg. It has the weight. Now I'm going to go back. I hit, I'm solid. I didn't hit and do this. I go backwards. Boom. All right? Very, very applicable to sport. Okay, thank you.
Now we're going to take the big step sequence a step further, and this definitely stretches out the hip flexors, which we know tight hip flexors gives you an anterior tilt, but it also is a great strengthener of the knee. You refer to it as mini lunge. So you're going to go into a lunge, but your knee, your back knee, is in alignment with your front heel. Yes. And while you're down, Andrew, push forward a little bit. Push the pelvis forward. Yes. Okay, ladies, go down. At first, you hold that position with your knee 1 inch off the ground. So, Brianna, your knee can go back an inch or two. Yes. And push the pelvis forward. Yes, that's important. Just holding that position, you feel a great strain on either knee. So, first one is up and down in that position, please. Okay? While, at the whole time the pelvis stays straight while you're moving up and down. Okay, forward, Brianna, thank you. Yep, right? Now, turn towards me, please, because that one, everything was in alignment, meaning your foot was straight and your knee went over your toes. Okay? Thank you. Now, there's a few variations of this. First one is foot is flat for the lead leg. Okay? And the knee is inside. So your foot is flat and your knee is in. Okay? Again, where front leg is, knee is in, not back leg. Front leg, knee is in. Thank you. And we go up and down again, keeping the pelvis straight. Okay? Thank you. Second one is foot is flat in the front and knee is out. Okay? Go. Now you go up and down. Okay, thank you. Now, the front leg, the foot is not flat. It's both knee and foot to the inside. It's almost as if you're on your inside edge or the inside of your foot. Again, you're going up and down, keeping the pelvis as straight as possible. Okay, thank you. And then outside of the foot and knee to the outside. You go up and down. Thank you very much. Okay, and like the other exercises, we do changing of speeds. Thank you.
Okay, so we take that mini lunge. I'm right there. That's bad. That's good. We're straight. So we've done the moves with the front knee in different positions. Now we can do it with stepping. So I'm trying not to do this. And when I go backwards, nothing happens. Everything stays in one position. A lot of times, whether you're doing a big step or this, you have the athlete put their hands here so they know it's not moving. That's stepping more more or less in place. And you can also do it where the athlete runs in, goes right down, and runs back. Goes right down. Changing lead legs. How this applies to sport. In basketball, if a guy is dribbling, he comes in and he stops. Okay? If he stops, the defensive player has to react to him. The defensive player stays away, he's perfectly in balance, he can come in and take the shot. If he's done this, then the guy has a chance to react to him. If the guy does come in when he stops, he can drive forward, or he can come backwards. We always say, no one should ever block your shot unless they're significantly taller or significantly faster. If you're in balance, you can react to the defender and move to the way you feel. Okay? So the running one we did at the end, you'll end up doing with the mini lunge or with the big step sequence. Okay? Thank you.
So, developing strength for lower abs, very important hanging. Gymnasts are so strong, they spend so much time bringing their legs to them. We do spend a lot of times in sit-ups where we bring body towards the legs in this case. So Andrew's going to put his pelvis in the straight position. Okay, thank you. And the first one is just a knee raise. Yes, one leg, then the other. Thank you. As you can tell, when he's raising the knees, the pelvis doesn't tilt anteriorly. Now raise both. Oh, perfect. Now raise both and extend out straight. Thank you. Okay. Now, toughest version here, or tougher. Now we have a tougher version. Andrew's going to go with straight legs and raise them up to 90 degrees. Nice. Pelvis stays straight. Okay, sir. Let's make it very tough. Now raise right over your head. Thank you. Now split your legs laterally. Raise them above your head. Thank you. Put them back together and do a circle. One direction and then the other. Thank you. Now, is it possible to raise them up over your head, back down to 90, back over your head? Up to 90, back to 90, I mean, up. Well done. Thank you. Okay, so now we have this nice machine that you see in most fitness centers. Okay, Brianna's going to go up and bring the knees up and down. Okay, that's easy enough. And here, your back is put in the right place because you have that support behind. Now do a straight leg raise. Thank you. Okay, very nice. Now, we want to take this and be a little tougher, is now come out to the handles in the front, please. Go up into an extended position, yeah, a dip position. Now, keep the pelvis straight, raise the knees as far out, yes. You want the knees as far out in front of you as you can, so your tail doesn't lift. Thank you. Now can you do it with a straight leg? Nice, okay, well done.
Okay, so we're going to finish this video with two sections. One, a series of elite exercises, okay, which are very difficult to do, and then some new movements that we're trying to develop. So the first one is called a dragon fly. So the person comes up, okay, and as you're holding the athlete, you get them into that straight position. And from here, Andrew will lower himself as slowly as possible, okay? And what he's looking for is making sure that his feet actually beat his back to the ground. Otherwise he will be bent right to his back. Okay? Thank you. Come on up again. You can go down a little faster this time, but go down with a little twisting. Okay? And we can add twisting moves. Okay, straighter, straighter, straighter. Nice. Thank you. Then we'll switch. You can take that a step further, as not only are you going down, but you're going back up. So I'll go down first. Okay. So. And there. So that's adding another difficulty. Okay, thank you. Now we'll take the push-up, and we'll make that one more difficult. You really have to concentrate on this extended push-up from going up from the right from the pelvis. So from here, arms are I'm not pushing off my forearms, I'm pushing off my wrist. Stay nice and straight.
Then, more difficult. Thank you. Start from the ground. Okay. So now, you did the mini lunge before, we had to keep the pelvis straight. Now we've had a big flexibility component. Andrew's stretching the quad. Stretching the quad, his heels at his glute. He's going to try to stand up, keeping the pelvis as straight as possible. All right. Ooh. So a little bit of knee forward, but very, very well done. Can you go up and down? Again. So now, not just from the ground up, which is tough enough, but going down, you might have to try to stay a little straighter if you can. Down. Up. Well done. Thank you. So now we have a big step squat. This is extremely difficult. So you give a height so that the athlete can go all the way down. Okay, so go all the way down. And now if you notice Andrew's down, his pelvis is pushed forward. From here, he wants to come up without his bum sticking back. Keep the glutes forward. Nicely done. Very, very difficult. And again, an elite exercise. Thank you. So the last one for controlling the pelvis, and we don't have a great handle on this. We're just starting to develop this because there's a lot of sports where you have to control the pelvis while the extremities are moving all over the place or laterally, such as skiing. So we're getting exercises in, again, all the positions, lying, sitting, standing, on a bench with sticks. But we're going to show a couple right here where the arms will move, but the pelvis will stay straight ahead. So our athletes right now, right here, will jump, vertical jump, while moving the arms from one side to center. Okay, so jump. Okay, then the other side. Thank you. Then we can also do from one side to the other side to center. So try that. Yes. Thank you. And that's nice. Pelvis stays straight ahead. Now do those same, let's just do one side to center while you jump forward. Okay, and then the other side. Thank you. Now backwards. And again. Thank you.
Ready?
Yes.
This video on pelvic stability will be in the archives for Pelvis State University. Hi, my name is Pam Bell.
I'm Brianna Katz.
And this is a video for pelvic stability for Burdenko 2012-2013.
Okay, please.
So I'm going to put Pam into postural neutral. So what we'd like to do is have your hips out and then pull your belly button towards your spine. Pull your shoulders back and pinch the hip, and then chin down. And then squeeze your butt cheeks. Excellent.
Okay.
So that was Dr. King's postural alignment. A bad postural alignment is what we see in athletes, is when the athlete has an anterior tilt. So it's when you have bikini butt, is when an athlete sticks their butt out and their pelvis not aligned.
So we learned Dr. King's neutral position, correct? Pelvis is straight, glutes are tight, belly's tucked in. So really now the fitness world is starting to understand the importance of this strong pelvis position. But the pelvis also moves for good reason. All right? So under control in running, if the pelvis is straight, lift your leg. That's your stride length, right? Now tilt anteriorly slightly, lift your leg. Now it's less. So how it applies? Sprinting, stride length times stride frequency is speed, makes you slower. You run a marathon, 26 miles, 285 yards. Each step is less, then you end up taking more steps. Okay? However, as Verkhoshansky in the book Super Training states, everyone gets stuck on that. We want the ability to move for good reason. If a weight is above your shoulder, your pelvis is straight. If the weight is below, as in between, so get into a clean position, you're about to do a clean, then the pelvis can tilt back. So as you make the clean move, the pelvis extends forward, you catch, now the weight's above your shoulders, now it's in a straight position. Okay? Thank you. So, Brianna just caught the clean. Okay, let's say Pam is catching the clean and she's about to do a squat. Too much of the time, we see coaches that are taught to anteriorly tilt. Now go down with it, tilt it. All right? Then what ends up happening is the shoulders run over the hips. The pelvis is definitely not straight. Right? I believe that the 76 Olympics, the Bulgarian weightlifter, had that posture and people started to follow. What we're trying to do is keep the pelvis straight, keep your shoulders over your hips, and now go down to your squat. Okay? Yes. Okay. That's what we want right there. Okay? Thank you. And to go into a squat where the pelvis stays straight, but it is pushed down to the back. Tastellane describes it that way. Dr. Budenko also describes it as keeping the shoulders over the hips. So go down, please. Yes. A little straighter right here. Nice. And then we come up. So Andrew's pelvis didn't change. It didn't go back when he went down. It stayed in that alignment and it was pushed down. Okay? That's very, very important because in any sport that requires some defense, you see a defensive back, well, like this. Now he has to adjust again before he can run. Right? No different than defense in basketball or anything. They go here. They're asked to get low. And they end up bending here. So when the tail is back and Andrew does a squat, right, we end up with an arch and too far forward. We want them to be nice and straight. So we can develop that, of course, here with awareness, but against the wall. So let me just bring the camera over here, please. So put your feet off the wall a little bit. Stay nice and straight. Okay, now do your squat. So Andrew's going up and down, thank you, keeping the back against the wall the whole time. All right? So he gets used to it, very well done. And he can get so strong where he can do with one leg. Wow, very nicely done. Thank you. Okay.
We're going to use the Budenko method to develop awareness, flexibility, and lower ab strength.
We're going to use one of the principles of the Budenko method, which is simple to complicated.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about awareness. Just at the beginning, we want that back nice and flat on the ground. And it's easier to do that with the knees bent and the feet flat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, straighten your legs out, please. Okay, keep that same nice flat back. Okay, so we ask people to get down first, get into that position. Now stand up, please, stand up. And remember that position and hold it. Okay, thank you. Now turn sideways, please, just to make sure you have that same position. Okay? Thank you. Now, second way of doing this is we can go, and we're going to have Andrew do this. Andrew, go to the wall, please. We'll go just slightly behind you. So now do the same thing with your heels can be slightly off the wall. Okay? Now get that same position with a flat back, and your head can be, again, just a little bit off. That's right. Now from there you would have the student, the client, the athlete come off. Okay. So with the Budenko method, we were simple to complicated, which means lying to sitting to standing to moving. The first one, we have side lying with a lateral raise. So you have support under the neck, not the head, which is right. Opposite hand up here is twisted towards you, add support. Now, put your pelvis, please, in the same position that you were while you were lying or against the wall. So everything is nice and straight. Okay. Now raise your leg laterally as high as you can, keeping that pelvis straight. Thank you. Okay, now just go up and down a few times. All right. Now, so Pam, raise the leg, please, and show us a bad one. Break the pelvis. No, the opposite way. Yes. That's bad. Now push it forward, tighten. Yes. So the same thing as Brianna said at the beginning. You pull your belly button to your spine. Keep your pelvis under your shoulders. And you can also think of either making a six-pack or tightening the glutes. Okay? Now, this exercise would be done in 3 different speeds. Slow, medium, fast, building up to 30 repetitions. Okay? Or you can do 15 on each side, something like that. Now, the second part of this is you raise the leg, then you bend the leg, flex the leg, still keeping the pelvis stability, And yes, and keeping the knee in the same line that it was. Then you would extend it out straight and bring it down. Okay? So it's up, pelvis straight, bend, extend, and down. Same principles apply, other side and changing speeds. Now we're going to do a hip flip. Very difficult to do. We'll have these, we'll do each one individually here. So Pam, give us a shot. So it goes up, it bends, you rotate, and you kick. Nicely done. Little break of the pelvis on the raise. Very, very